going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MUT 19 video. Thanksgiving promo is live, MUT Harvest is live, and hopefully you guys have been grinding out those solos. We're here to talk about the 8 cards that you can probably get, not even probably, but definitely get for free. We're going to rank them from 8 to 1. I've been doing this for almost every promo, and seems to help you guys out. So you guys can let me know down below in the comment section which 93 overall card you're going to get. If you didn't know, playing the 40 solos will earn you a 93 overall, non-auctionable, non-tradable MUT Harvest card. So let's go ahead and rank them. Forgive me for not looking at the camera. We got our trusty piece of paper here with all my great notes and rankings. So let's go ahead and start things out now. Let me put out a little disclaimer. This was very, very difficult. There are some really, really good cards, and my rankings were tough. So it's not to say one might be better than another, but I tried my best to put them in order, but there's really not a lot of cards you can go wrong with here. Kind of to base on your needs. So number 8 is Gerald McCoy. This card kind of feels like the Meg Griffin of this promo. The Meg Griffin of these 93 overall cards. I don't know what it is. It's just not appealing. It's a good card, though. I got my notes here. 91 power moves, that's number 6 of all defensive tackles. 87 finesse move, that's number 3 of all defensive tackles. Block shed, 92, number 7 of all defensive tackles. They got him rated as the number 3 overall 4-3 defensive tackle behind Mean Joe Green, and the name escapes me for who was number 2, but I guess for the price this is not bad, but there's just better options. So this is why I rate number 8 at defensive tackle Jurrell McCoy. Not a bad card, just not a card you want to use a free pick on. Number 7, and again, not a bad card, but Alvin Kamara. And I mainly say this because though he's a different type of running back, we have Ricky Williams. Most of you have Saquon Barkley. There's just no need to go out and use your free pick on another running back. It's just not a position you need to have that much depth in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's a great receiving back. I think him and Ricky would make a great 1-2 punch, but there's just other running backs out there with good receiving that you could go out and pick up. Let's focus on some of his stats, though. They fixed his catching. 78 catching, not bad. Short route running is 85, pretty good. 90 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 spin move, which does meet the threshold, so you guys can break your circle button or whatever the spin button is on Xbox. But number 7, like I said, not a bad card. I'm going to repeat myself too many times. Number 6, again, not a bad card, just not appealing to me, and that's why I ranked him number 6, Adam Thielen. This card is very interesting because if you do power him up, he can get pretty good, but I just feel like there's so many other wide receivers out there. I think what I struggle with and also what I look for is when it comes to my depth chart, when it comes to a wide receiver, there's just so many other options that you don't want to use a free pick on such a good card on a position that you can just get so many other cards. If you have Jerry Rice, Megatron, just tons of wide receivers. He's not going to find a spot on my team, but again, I want to focus on his speed at 89. If you power him up and you put sprinter on him, you can get him to a 91 speed, which is very, very good. One low-key stat that I don't know if a lot of people are talking about, though run block seems like it's nerfed this year from wide receivers. 67 run block, low-key good stat right there. He meets all the thresholds for route specialists, so you can put deep, elite, short, mid, all types of route specialists on him, which is good. That that definitely helps the card. 89 catch in traffic, I think, is one thing that I didn't like about this card. He has really good catch ratings, but that catch in traffic is low. I think he cracks like the top 15, top 20 for all wide receivers. Just a lot of better options out there. So Adam Thielen is number 6. We're going to go to my Philadelphia Eagles. Frickin' bums. They stink. Number 5 is Jason Peters. Not the greatest card, but consider the positions. Left tackle, I said this, I think when we ranked the last videos, or the last cards for the last promo. Left tackle is just one of those positions you likely don't want to spend a lot of coin on. Some people got tons of coin to spend and don't mind doing it, but you probably focus more on skill position, so why not go out and use a free pick on a left tackle and maybe sell the left tackle that you possibly have spent coins on to get, and then use those coins and add them to the coins that you have and buy somebody who's going to be more flashy, like a wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback, and so forth. So we went number 5, Jason Peters, mainly because he's a position that you don't want to spend coins on. 93 run, let me rewind what I was saying. On Muthead, they rank him as a 93 overall run blocking left tackle, actually just tackle in general, and then a 97 pass blocking tackle, both on Muthead. 93 pass block, number 3 of all offensive tackles in the game. Not just left tackles, but all offensive tackles. 89 run block is a little bad. That's 10th of all tackles in the game. 95 awareness, number 1. So if you pass the ball a lot, he's great. If you run the ball, not bad. 89 run block's not bad, but for me, I pass the ball a ton. Definitely going to be an all-Eagles squad member, so this may be my free card, though it's not the best card. I'm still undecided on that, but he rates number 5. Number 4, I kind of surprised myself with this pick, but this card is really, really good. I don't run a 3-4, but if you do, this might be the card you want to go after. Jurrell Casey, 3-4 right end beast. 93 block shed, number 1 of all defensive ends. All defensive ends, not just right, but all. 94 power moves, number 1, all defensive ends. 94 tackle, number 1, all defensive ends. 92 pursuit, number 5 of all defensive ends. If you run a 3-4, and I don't know if I've been saying 4-3 while I've been discussing this card, but if you run a 3-4 and you don't put a linebacker down there, this is the card that you want. I am very impressed by this card. That's why he's number 4. I honestly could make a case for number 1, but we'll put him at number 4. Number 3, this is a really good card too. This is kind of, this one, consider the position, kind of came in play here, but this card's really good. It's a mix of everything. Patrick Mahomes having a great season. He's going to be expensive to power up. That's the tough part about it. But he meets all the thresholds if you can get tier 6 go deep with this card. Throw under pressure is an 84. I said this with my Carson Wentz review. At least with the Carson Wentz card, I don't care. So 84 doesn't meet the threshold. I think with tier 6 go deep, it might bump him to an 86. I could be wrong there. But he has everything. Throw power. He has the best deep throwing power of all quarterbacks. His mid and short aren't as great, but they still meet the thresholds to where you're probably going to get good animations. I think he had, or not animations, but just good dots, basically. 79 speed, very good. If you put sprinter on him, if you power him up, you can get him to an 81. Very, very good there. He's just going to be really expensive to power up. So if you haven't been powering him up, and you don't have to, but if you haven't been powering him up, then you're going to kind of run into some trouble. One thing I didn't check was the red chems on him. I don't know if he can get conductor. What's his awareness here? 86. So he can't get conductor. That kind of stinks. I would assume he can get gunslinger. I don't know off the top of my head. No. You know what? Is it awareness? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comment section. I don't think he can get conductor, though. That's kind of a red flag there. For me. I'm not going to get this card anyway, so it doesn't matter. Number 2, so you guys know there's only 2 cards left. And number 2 is going to be Myles Jack, so you can probably figure out what number 1 is. Number 2, Myles Jack. The reason I rated him so high is because there's not a lot of good 4-3 left outside linebackers out there. Nigel Bradham is probably the best. And then there's this card. Left outside linebackers seem to lack every year. I don't know what it is. I wish in Ultimate Team they just let us take outside linebackers and put them where we want, and then just have like a middle linebacker position where they have to be in the middle too, for their chems and everything to be in play. So 90 speed, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong guy there. 86 speed, number 4 of all outside linebackers. 91 tackle, number 8 of all outside linebackers. 86 zone, number 2 of all outside linebackers. Number 1 is Nigel Bradham. His play rec is 13th of all outside linebackers at 91. Again, the stats are really, really solid. He's not like number 1 at his position, but well, he might be number 1 at left outside linebacker. I meant to say he's not number 1 of all outside linebackers, but because Bradham's really the only good cover left outside linebacker, I rate this one really high. 6'1", good speed, good pursuit. I think you can blitz him, you can put him in coverage, he can do it all. He's a Swiss Army knife. And then number 1, I think this would probably be the consensus number 1 if you guys had to all tell me your choices here. Interestingly enough, he's not the most expensive card. Darius Slay, this thing is great. 6 foot, 92 speed, 94 zone, 91 man. If you get tier 6 lockdown, you get 97 zone, you get 94 man coverage. With that speed, with that height, he's a little lacking as far as I could tell in like run pursuit, but it doesn't seem to make a difference like it did last year. It seems like a lot of cornerbacks still get block sheds when outside runs when outside runs are happening, at least for me. I would definitely recommend putting lockdown on this card. He's tied for number 1 in zone coverage of all cornerbacks. It's escaping me who's number 1. I think it's Chris Harris. Yes, Chris Harris and Darius Slay, number 1 for all cornerbacks zone coverage, and he's number 12 man coverage. I would say the majority of you probably play zone, so if you do, why not have the best zone corner who's going to be faster and taller than Chris Harris? Darius Slay is number 1. He can do it all. Great card. Going to be expensive to power up, though. That's the tough thing. Let me know who you guys are picking. Let me know any feedback on where I was wrong at, because I'm sure I said something wrong about one of these cards, and you guys are going to boom roast me in the comment section. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Maybe another video today, not sure. Definitely opening the free legend pack for tomorrow's video once we find out whose tomorrow legends are. Catch you guys on stream tonight. We're celebrating my birthday. My birthday is Saturday, guys. Come join me on my Twitch stream. Links down below in the description. Why am I still holding my hand up here? Peace!